I'm going to begin this video by showing how to estimate the answer for this equation, 403 minus 284. So the first thing I'm going to do is simplify the number 403 by rounding it down into an easier number to handle, which is 400. And I'll do the same to the other number, 284. I'm going to round that down to 280. To simplify 280 even further, I'm going to split it into 280. Now I'll take my number 400 here, minus 200 right here. 400 minus 200 we know is 200. Then we take this 200 minus 80. 200 minus 80 equals 120. So my estimated answer for this equation, 403 minus 284, is 120. Okay, so for this video, we're going to be looking at the equation 403 minus 284. We need to find the difference between these two numbers. So since addition and subtraction are part of a fact family, we can rearrange this equation into something that looks like this. 284 plus something equals 403. So since it's a little bit easier to work it out that way, we're going to start by getting a hundreds, tens, and ones chart. And we know that the largest number that could be on this chart is 403. That's actually the number we want to end up with. So there's 403. That's what we want this to look like at the end of our equation. So since we're doing 284 plus a number equals 403, we need to find this number. So we're going to start off with using 284 on the charts. So we have 284 here, and we need to add a certain amount of numbers so that we can end up with 403. So we can start by adding 100. I'm going to write down on this piece of paper what we do and what we add to this chart so that we know the number that we added. So remember, it's 284 plus something equals 403. Well,
we've already added 100, 100, and now we have 384. So we're going to add another 100. Now we have 484. So that was another 100 that we added. 484 is too large because the number we are looking for is 403. So we need to subtract some of these numbers. We are going to start by taking away all of the tens. So there's 8 tens here. We're going to take them all away, so that's going to be 80 that we've subtracted. So now we can put here, subtract 80. And now we are left with 404. That's only one away from the answer we're trying to get. So we'll take away one of the units. Now we have 403, and I want to make sure I put that subtract 1 there. So basically, these were numbers that we added. Now we want to figure out what these numbers are all together to find this. So 100, 200, we want to subtract 80 from that. So we know that 200 minus 80 is 120. And then we still need to minus one more. 120 minus 1 equals 119. Now we know our answer here is 119. And if we go back to our original equation, we can put 119 in there. And again, because it's a fact family, 284 plus 119 equals 403. Well, 403 minus 284 equals 119.
a different strategy we can use to find the answer to the equation 403 minus 284 is to use an empty number line. We can start by writing the smaller number on the left and the larger number on the right. To solve the equation, we need to find the difference between these two numbers. We can jump ahead on the number line whichever numbers we want. Let's start by jumping ahead 16. The reason I chose 16 is because 284 plus 16 equals 300, which is an easy number to work with. 284 plus 16 equals 300. Next, let's jump ahead 100, because 300 plus 100 equals 400. Finally, we'll jump ahead 3, because 400 plus 3 equals 403. Oops, I forgot to put 100 there. The final step is to add all the numbers together that we jumped on the number line. So we'll add 16 plus 100 plus 3. 100 plus 16 is 116, and then 116 plus 3 equals 119. So the difference between 284 and 403 is 119, which is the answer to our equation.